doing? Gorgeous weather here in Canada. Let's talk today about vintage dineware, vintage china, what to buy, what not to buy, and I go show you my little collection. What do I have in my house? Let's wait a couple of minutes so people can join. Set up the camera so you can see me and my collection. I think this is gonna be nice. Oh God. Oh, that's nice. Okay, let's wait a couple minutes until more people join. I'm gonna bring my computer as well so you guys see, so I can see what you guys are writing for me. Okay, now I can see myself, I can see you guys. Okay, good morning again, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful morning and nice weather. It's gorgeous here in Toronto. And let's talk today about vintage china, vintage dineware. As you mentioned before, my channel name is Vintage Kitchen by Oxy. Why it's vintage? Because I do love vintage dineware, vintage china. I really do love vintage cooking books, and I have one of my live videos was about my vintage book collections. I have quite a collection, and I share it with you guys. Honestly, not all the vintage recipes is really valid today, but I'm trying to dig those gems for you. But today we're talking about vintage china, vintage dineware. And the first question when it comes to vintage, I think it comes to, is it a good investment? Is vintage china good investment? Or generally china is good investment? And the answer is no. It's hard to find the buyer. It's hard to find very expensive. It is good investment if you find very rare, very unique pieces. It's very hard to find today because really it's very hard to find today any china piece, because antique stores today mostly selling 70s, and wherever it's been done in 50s and 40s and 30s, it's really hard to find today. People don't appreciate it. People don't keep it in a good condition. The young generation want to throw it away. So if you want to buy china to resell it and make money of it, no, don't do it. You might sell, if you have some family pieces and it's in good condition, you might resell it in a good price, but generally you should really understand good in what you're buying, what you're doing in order to make money out of it. So no, it's not a good investment, but it's a very pleasant hobby for me. I'm not an expert. Again, I'm not an expert, so don't take my advice. I only share my experience. But if you need somebody experienced in it, you need an expert, you better find somebody in antique stores or somebody who is really a pro. There's lots of websites where the professionals answering your questions. Okay, so is vintage places a good investment? Yes, if it's but it's not, sorry, I'm nervous for some reason. Is vintage plates is a good investment? No, it's not. The chances you resell it at a good price or make money out of it, very slim. So, but if you like vintage, you definitely can buy it, you can enjoy it, and you can pass it to your generations in your house. First thing I want to mention you, if you're choosing your vintage, never ever buy anything which has cracks or it has dents on it. Because this plate, no matter how expensive it is in perfect condition, if it's cracked or it's dent, you're never going to resell it. It's worth nothing. Even if in antique stores they put some price on it, it's literally on the market worth nothing. Every little crack, every little dent makes your dineware useless. Can I use the other question I was thinking, can you use in the regular life your vintage dineware? Yes, you can. You can, it's made to be used. It's great to be used. The only disadvantage I have personally found out for myself, I am afraid to put it in a dishwasher. So if you want to put it in dishwasher, I wouldn't recommend, because antique paint, antique dineware, bone china is not made to be put in dishwasher. You might get away with this, but with the time you're going to lose your gold. You're going to lose your flowers or whatever pattern. You're going to lose your pattern. Oh, I'm going to lose my dish now. So like here, for example, I got this beautiful Limoges serving platter and the gold is gone on one side. So the value of this platter going dramatically down. I got it actually for $5, so it's fine for me. But generally, make sure if you want to make it as an investment, make sure all the gold or silver rim is on the place. Make sure there's no dents, make sure there's no cracks. Now, how to collect? The next question, how to collect your dineware? Obviously, the china takes lots of space. China takes lots of care. So if you decided to collect china, you should realize what you want. I suggest you stick for one brand. For example, if you love Royal Doulton or you love Royal Worcester, you stick for one brand. And you might start with a little set and then start collecting the whole big 200 pieces dining set for yourself. It's going to take time, it's going to be nice. Or you can, for example, collect the plates, because there's so many patterns in every company. For example, this is Ainsley, which is one of the very expensive brands of English china. You can start collecting one plate of every pattern they ever manufactured. It's going to be a beautiful collection. Or you can start to collect like it's the same pattern you love or you found eventually on some antique market, and then continue with the same collection. I don't follow my own advice. Why? I'm a very spontaneous buyer, and if I see something on a good price, I buy it. So let me introduce some pieces I do have for my collection. Actually, I want to mention one more thing. What's the best brand names to buy? You should look into Spot. You should look at into Wedgwood, Royal Doulton, Mintos, Royal Worcester, and Limoges. This is one of the best companies to start your collection with. So let's start with the Spot. I wanted for years those soup cups. I was looking for them everywhere, and usually in antique stores they have one or two left, or on the internet you can find it extremely overpriced, or it's had a crack. So finally in one of the antique stores I found my beautiful Spot. This is Copland Spot. England, Wicked Lane, I found my soup bowls. Look how gorgeous they are. And I do use them, not very often, but especially summertime. Look at those little plates. And I hope you can see the pattern around. It's like linen pattern. And look at those gorgeous cups. They work perfectly with gazpacho. I usually serve gazpacho with them. They work perfectly with gazpacho. They work perfectly with any broth. And I really love to use them. After I got those soup plates, soup cups, I remember in the same store I saw something. I thought it's the same thing, honestly. So next week I went back and I thought I'm buying the same thing. I got the cake plates. I got the salad plates. And I got the dinner plates. I got 8 of them each. I was sure it's the same because if you see see the flowers, I didn't remember the exact pattern, but I was sure it's the same. I went back to the store, I got the plates, and apparently this is Royal Doulton. This is Gratham. But I guess because they're from the same time frame, the pattern was very popular, so many lines would do the same. So now I have the full set. This is technically my most expensive collection of Royal Doulton. And I have a cups. I have 8 pieces of each. And I think it's simply gorgeous. This is not a bone china. So I have a little cracks inside. After you put the hot tea inside the cups, you can see the little cracks going around. This is normal for porcelain. You have nothing to do with this. You can continue to use it, but make sure you wash them right away so the tea doesn't stain your cups. So this is a story of my Copeland and my Royal Doulton collection. One thing I want to mention with antique china, it's vintage china, it's not antique china. One thing I want to mention, you have to store them in a dark place. You probably won't see it, but this plate, it is a little bit discolored because it was on the sun. I don't know if you can see it on a camera, probably not. But this one is a little bit darker color because it was kept on the sun and it's not good for any vintage dineware. Look how gorgeous it is. Oops. You probably think, oh, you probably have some nice pieces in your house from your grandmother or like from your mother, or you bought something and you want to know how properly to appraisal it. Is it worth something? One of the things you can go, there is a beautiful website. It's called replacements.com. This website is gorgeous. You can go there and you can just make a picture of your piece and they're going to tell you what it is, and you probably can find the similar items from the same collection on the site. What's beautiful about this site is that if you ask them, they can find some pieces for you. They can look for you. You can put them, okay, this is the item I want, and they can search for you and they can sell it for you. Obviously, the price is not going to be cheap, but if you have a huge set, for example, the whole dining set, and you're missing 1 or 2 plates, it's worth to buy it. It's worth to order it. It's worth to find it and make the set complete. One thing about the china, the bigger is your set, the more valuable it is. It's very easy to find single plates. For example, this company, it's called H&K. It's not a full name, but I won't pronounce it now. I got it like for $5. This company not exists from 50s. This company is very antique. But why it's so cheap? Because it's discontinued. You cannot find replacements. I couldn't even find my pattern on the replacement side. I couldn't find my pattern anywhere. It's probably really was a limited edition and discontinued, and people didn't keep it on the market, so it's hard to find. I only got it for the videos, for the cooking videos, as a nice plate, but if it has a value, I don't think so. So let's go to my other beautiful find. This is Ainsley. It's one of the top companies. I found it and by the way, I didn't tell you where to find your china. Most of my pieces I found in thrift stores. If you have value villages around you, or you have thrift stores, go there, check for the dineware for china. But obviously, don't go to the thrift stores in the neighborhoods where there's mostly immigrants live or young couples on the new neighborhoods. Don't go there. You won't find anything nice there. You should go for the old established neighborhoods where the old houses and where the old generation of immigrants live. So in these neighborhoods, you can find very nice pieces in the thrift stores. So this one, unfortunately, I had only 4. They had only 4 in the store, and I got them. The pattern is gorgeous. It's not flowers, but look at this. The gold with blue looks absolutely fantastic. I'm really sorry I got only 4. I thought maybe I can find. Yes, I can find, but each plate is around $40. I got 4 of them in the thrift stores for $14. For 4 of them, $14 or $15 for 4 of them. But if I want to go on a replacement now and I order them online, it's going to be around $38 US. The plates are gorgeous, the glaze are gorgeous. Again, I wouldn't dare to put it in a dishwasher. But some people say you can put your vintage china in dishwasher on china setting. I'm not doing it. I'm not risking it. Sorry. I don't trust dishwashers that much. Another thing, I want to tell you one more thing. Sorry, I didn't finish how to appraisal your china. If you have those nice pieces, you should go to proper appraisal. You should go to proper person who is professional in dineware in China, and only he can tell you the real value of it. There is a catalog. There is lots of information on the internet, but the difference between catalog price and the real price you can sell is sometimes huge. So don't trust that much on catalog prices. But if you really want to sell something, go to proper person, like appraisal your dineware in a proper place. Don't go to vintage stores. Obviously, it's gonna give you less money than you deserve. Trying to sell it by yourself on Etsy or eBay, you might, but again, like to ship China is so hard. You have to pack it properly. You have to pay for the shipment. Like, I don't know. If you want to deal with this, it's your problem. I wouldn't sell anything online. Like, just sort of packing it properly would give me an anxiety attack. The next piece. Oh, I forgot one more thing I want to add about my Royal Doulton, the one I showed you before. This one. I have a whole set. I have a sugar bowl. I have a creamery. And yesterday I checked online. Just a sugar bowl cost $40. This is a list price. This is a catalog price for this item. And obviously people will buy it, whoever is missing the sugar bowl. But the whole set in the vintage store cost me around $140. But if I want to buy some pieces today, it's obviously going to be much more. Generally, how it goes with China. The cheapest one, it's earthenware. Then we have stoneware. Then we have porcelain. Then we have fine china. And then we have bone china. The bone china most expensive one. Why? Because there is addition of real ash bones to the raw material. That makes it very durable. The glaze is amazing. And this is why it's most valuable one. But the funny thing, sometimes in vintage stores and antique stores, you can find the pieces which is bone china, but they're pressed very good. So this set I have here, it always gives this pink look on camera. This set is from the expensive company Royal Worcester. It's a bone china. The set called Topaz. I hope you see how nice it is. It gives this pink color on the camera always. Every time I try to make a picture, it gives this film like pinkish color, but in the real life it's more beige than pinkish. Look at this, gorgeous. The quality, when you touch it, you can feel it, like the perfection of the quality. I have diner plates, salad plates, teacups. I have saucer. Just a saucer, I checked yesterday. Again, it's around $50 just for the saucer. It's gorgeous. Look at this plate. Look at the quality. I have two serving I have two big serving plates, and I have 12 of each item. And guess how much did I pay in a vintage store? I paid $60 for the whole set. I didn't need anything because, as I said before, China requires lots of space to collect. But for the price of $60, the whole dining set for 12 people, I couldn't pass. The quality is gorgeous. The company is very expensive. Why it was $60? I don't know. Every piece is in perfect condition, hardly been used. The gold is on the place, no cracks, no cheap, nothing cheap, nothing cracked. Gold is amazing. $60, guys. So this is, and this is we found in the Amish area. Again, if you want to go to the antique stores, if you're gonna go to vintage stores, don't go in downtown Toronto or Miami or some expensive cities, because they charge you more than catalog price. Always try to go outside the city. In Canada, go north, go Amish country, go these places where the mostly Brits used to live years ago, and over there in antique stores you can find lots of nice pieces for yourself. So again, my beautiful collection, $60. The other company you might want to consider, this is Johnson Brothers. Look how gorgeous it is, the plate. Imagine, I have only one plate, and again, this pattern exactly, it's called Hunting Collection, I believe. Brookshire. It's called Brookshire. Look how gorgeous it is. It's hard to find this collection, so I have only one plate. I use it for my videos to make photos of my meals for Instagram. But the quality, again, the quality is amazing. It's shiny. It's like, oh, you want to touch it all the time. But again, I got one plate for cheap because it's one plate. If it would be a set, it would be very expensive. One more company, which is considered probably the most most collectible, I would say, most collectible, and the biggest sale, I would say it's Royal Albert. Royal Albert, if you go to any antique store, any vintage store, you will see tons of cups, sets, tea sets, plates from Royal Albert. I'm not big fan of Royal Albert for the patterns, like the quality is amazing, there's no doubts about it. But the the patterns is all this flowery, like flowers on it. I'm not a big fan of it. But even a Royal Albert has different patterns. This one, Greenwood Tree collection. Look how beautiful it is. Again, I have only one plate. Again, it's very hard to find. And if you have one plate, you want to start your collection, you can go ahead and try to find piece by piece. It's going to be a hobby for the life. The other gorgeous company, this is not from England, this is France, Limoges. Limoges had different manufacturers in different parts of France. And this is one of the signature collection. This is kind of, let me see. Oh yeah, this is their signature collection with those little flowers. This is rosebuds. Yeah, this is like rosebuds. This is Limoges. I told before, mine is not in very good condition because people, or they put it in a dishwasher or they use some wrong cleaning supply on it, and they removed the golden pattern, so now it doesn't work that much. So okay, another nice dishes. If you ever saw those in antique stores with a little lid, this is actually vegetable dish. This is my latest purchase from the thrift store. Again, look at those flowers. How gorgeous it is for summer dinner outside. This is Soho Pottery, England. It's not as famous as the other brands I have, but who cares, right? I love it. This is most important. Look at this. Look how gorgeous this is inside. Again, I got it for $4 or $5 in thrift store. So let's wrap it up a little and see generally. If you want to start doing the China collection, go ahead. You're gonna love it. Like, face it, there's nothing like have a nice dinner with a nice dining place. I hate plastic plates. I never use plastic plates unless it's the big party outside or you're in a forest or somewhere like this. It's like proper place for plastic plates. There is no plastic plates in my house for dinners inside. I hate it. I think it's very inappropriate. I think it's very cheap, and I think it's ruined every meal. If you're asking me, that's my opinion. So to wrap it up, if you want to have a nice China collection, go online and see, go on the replacement sites. First of all, replacement.com, it's a replacements.com, it's a gorgeous site to see what you like. Go look around, see what you like, see the pattern you like, and start your hunt. Visit thrift stores, visit vintage stores. Don't go to vintage stores in big cities. It's very expensive, doesn't worth it. Go to garage sales, especially if garage sales, some areas, old established areas, go to garage sales. You might find the gorgeous pieces there in a very affordable price. So don't buy anything, as I said, don't buy anything with a cheap or crack on it. It doesn't worth anything, no matter what the seller tells you, it doesn't worth it. So this is it. Find your pattern. Start collecting your beautiful china. Take good care of it. Don't leave it in the sun. Don't wash it in a dishwasher. Yeah, I know it's annoying, but you can do it once in a while. We don't use it like every day, only when the people come. So that's it for today, my dear friends. I hope you loved my advices. And think about it. All these companies I named, I have the dates here. when they established, and it's truly amazing. Royal Copenhagen, one of the expensive companies, I think it's one of the most expensive companies, it's established in 1775. Wedgwood, 1759. Mason, 1700s. Imagine for how many centuries those companies making bone china, making earthware, making dineware for us. Centuries. And they still good, they still keep nice patterns. Okay. So I guess that's it. So imagine for all these years, those companies still creating amazing dineware with an amazing quality. They're creating new patterns, they're creating new shapes, new forms to please us. So that's it for today, my dear friends. I hope you loved this video. I was a little bit nervous today. I don't know why, like I have people around, so once in a while looking at them. So sorry, I was a little bit off the line today, but have a nice day. Subscribe to my channel. I have lots of great ideas for you. I have lots of recipes, new recipes coming. This Friday is coming a gorgeous recipe of the salmon fish. And next live video I will probably do of everyday dineware. Probably it's gonna be next Tuesday. I will try to make a list of everyday dineware you need for everyday life. What you need, what amount of it you need. So I see you next time. If you like my videos, please press a like. It's very important for my channel, for algorithm to push my video on top. Press subscribe button and I see you next time.